It is no secret that the bottled water business is $1 million one, but with so many products on the market, how do you differentiate one from the other, especially when the base ingredient is essentially the same? We talked to Kenneth from MOMAwater about the unique selling point of its product and how it intends to make consumers lap it up. So we have Kenneth from MOMAwater here with us. So Kenneth, I just want to ask you, first of all, right? You are essentially selling water. What is so special about your water?
Water is something that people don't think about. People just take it and drink it, and they don't spend the time to understand the different types of water that there is. And yet water is so important because our body is about 70% water. So there is a lot of confusion about water out there. We just want to get to the point where we want to make it very easy and simple for people to understand. And the difference that we have, at the end of the day, when you boil it down to the baseline, it is about safe and clean water.
How can you claim that you are the cleanest and the safest? What proof do you have that that's the case?
We do have our certification processes. We have all the key certifications from KKM. We have certifications from Halal. We have from Japan as well, Singapore. We have the highest standards. When we go for lab tests around the world, what we find is that the standards of our water is meeting the highest international standards.
But you are not the only guys who are selling water. Let's talk about the bigger competitors, people like Coca-Cola, people like FNN. All of these guys, they do have spritzer water. They also make their claims. I mean, like, in such a crowded market, how is MOMAwater, trying to muscle in?
People think that it's very easy to create a good, clean water, but they do not invest in the money to actually make the water safe and clean for the environment. So what we do is that we have put in technologies to make sure that the water is of the cleanest and the highest standards, as well as a fully automated platform so that there is no human manual handling of our bottles and the water, such that when the water comes out, at the end of the day, it is totally untouched by the human hand. And that makes it very safe, very clean. It doesn't have all the bacteria, the minerals that are potentially risky because of the technologies that we put in place to make sure that these things are not present when the consumer takes them.
Can some people argue back to you and say that you're essentially preying on people's fears that what they're eating is not safe or what they're drinking is not safe to essentially sell water?
It is not so much about fears, it's about knowing where your water is coming from. Okay. It's about trusting something that is in demand in the market. Everybody wants to trust, wants to have a safe product, wants to have a product that is good for their family. What we find is that the reality is that there is a lot of dangers out there. There are a lot of poorly made products that are out there. And we want to be able to provide an alternative, a safe option. At the end of the day, we are about giving consumers a choice.
So how much have you invested? You keep talking about your investments. How much have you invested in your plant? And how much are you planning to invest as the business hopefully takes off?
We're at the starting stage.
Yes.
We have just started our production.
You're about 2 years old, aren't you?
2 years old, but the production, actually selling itself, started about a year ago. Okay. We have put into place about 50 million in our first factory and our plant in R&D.
In Sibu, isn't it?
In Sibu, that's right. So that's our first investment. We do have plans to increase the production, particularly not just for Sibu or the Malaysian market, but we have plans to go beyond the Malaysian market. There is a demand not just in Malaysia, but in other countries in the world, particularly Singapore, Australia and China, where we have plans to expand our production.
Where is MOMA now, and what are your other distribution plans?
We have started our rollout very much in East Malaysia. We are covering up the whole East Malaysian market. We are progressively rolling it out in West Malaysia. We have a few key retailers that are distributing it nationwide. So key retailers like Giant, Cold Storage, Aeon, KKMart, mynews.com. A few of the other key retailers are also on board, and we're progressively recruiting more and more retailers in the distribution drive. So you would see more and more of our products in more shelves across the country.